The US is kind of leading the development of oceanography. I love experiencing how people do research and explore the field here in Connecticut. Studying here allows me to experience a different culture and perspective. My name is Xiangming Shi, and I'm a postdoc investigator in the field of marine sciences at UConn's Every Point campus. I studied mercury in the oceans. My hometown is a small coastal city in eastern China, and I also graduated from a coastal city in South China, so I've always lived beside the water. Now I live in Mystic, and I have a beautiful view of the ocean from my office. This atmosphere really inspired my passion for marine science. People living here learn about oceanography as children, and all kinds of maritime activities help cultivate their curiosity in the ocean. When I first came to UConn as a PhD student, I studied how substances move from sediment to water. These sediments often carry heavy metals like mercury. My supervisor, Robert Mason, had studied mercury for 30 years and invited me to UConn to study the mercury exchange in New England coastal marshland. In the natural environment, we can find the mercury compounds in the Earth's crust. If the compounds are exposed to the air, mercury can be released as vapor. Volcanic eruptions were a big source of this. But after the Industrial Revolution, human activities became a large cause of mercury exposure. Even though we've stopped using it in production, is there still legacy mercury in the environment? It won't just disappear. Some mercury will be transformed into methyl mercury. Methyl mercury is toxic and will bioaccumulate in the ocean's food chain, often concentrated in the top predators. That's where it can affect human health if we eat too much fish like tuna or catfish. This mercury accumulation started with seawater, so we need to know more about how it gets there. If we can quantify how much mercury gets to the ocean from sediment, we can better understand the whole mercury cycle and mitigate the risk it poses to our health. With the help of my supervisor, I was able to get funding from the National Science Foundation to join a research cruise based out of the Royal Netherlands Institute for Sea Research. This cruise brought scattered researchers from various institutions in the field of ocean science. This included researchers from Canada, the UK, and the Netherlands. It was interesting to learn what other people study and how they designed and deployed their experiments. Since returning from the cruise, I've continued with my experiments and I'm interpreting the data so that I can present my preliminary result at a mercury conference. There are some unexpected outcomes, so we have to look for new approaches to learn more and clarify the results so that the work can be published in the future. Ultimately, I hope to extend my research on mercury to the Chinese coast and build a mercury lab there. I love all of the outreach activities here in the US, and I'd love to volunteer in science museums and share my interest with youth in China. Though I will miss my time at UConn, I'm excited to bring what I've learned here back home.